What's going on, Reef Builders? Jake Adams here, and I found myself in an unscheduled location at unscheduled time thanks to a canceled flight by United at Newark International Airport. But when life gives you a canceled flight, you can take a look around and figure out what fish stores are nearby. So, come to Manhattan Aquariums here in Manhattan. I think it's one of the only retail stores here to see what kind of progress Joe has been up to. Now, the store is under construction, so it's not 100%, it's not mint. There's still a lot of cool things to see, and especially always a very nice reef display. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget that Reef Stock Australia is happening in just a few weeks. So be sure to check out reefstock.show for the official event website, and go to the Reef Stock event page on Facebook and RSVP for all the news regarding Reef Stock Australia. So now we're gonna go inside Manhattan Aquariums and see what it's all about. So as I mentioned, this is the only store in Manhattan, and right now they're actually undergoing a lot of construction. So a lot of things are up in the air, but there's still a lot of really cool aquarium displays. So we're gonna do a little run and gun kind of flyby of what this store has to offer, and you know, I'll stop by some of the freshwater and saltwater tanks while I'm at it, just to show you what this store has to show. So this is the main showroom. You can see that this whole side of the reef store, the aquarium store, is not completed yet. But they've been in the process of remodeling the store that's been here for, I want to say, a good 15, 18 years, something like that. But on the left side is all the saltwater fish. In the center we have the corals. In the back are the freshwater plants. And here on the right side, I assume that's going to be freshwater fish. Yep. And what's really cool is this is actually giving me inspiration for a project I'm going to be doing here soon. Is they've used this 80-20 extruded aluminum, super heavy duty, super modular, to create a really nice fish rack. So very cool to see the direction that Manhattan Aquariums is going, because this is definitely going to be a virtually future-proofing at least the stands for the aquariums here at the shop for the foreseeable future. So right here at the backside, we see like a bunch of plants, man. I really love these ultra custom glass aquariums, super shallow. This looks like one continuous long aquascape. I'm assuming that there's a little bit of propagation going on in there. Looks like they're lit with Kessel A150s, and on the top are the plants for sale. So there's huge diversity of plants. You get your scape on. Something tells me almost certainly this is going to be a really nice scaped aquarium. And something I haven't seen before is they actually have a bunch of driftwood and spiderwood basically being waterlogged and leaching in the water here. So when you get home, you won't have to float it nearly as much. So that's actually kind of the cool thing to do if you're setting up an aquascape and you want to make sure to have some logs that don't sink, that don't float. They don't float in your aquarium and probably produce a lot fewer tannins. This is the saltwater fish row over here. It looks like there's a few different systems. Everything's lit with Kessel LEDs. Again, there's a bunch of equipment and tanks being shuffled around because they're still remodeling. I know they've been at this for quite a while, so it's gonna be super amazing when it's done. But you can find, you know, a normal selection of saltwater aquarium fish, especially reef-safe species, hawkfish, filefish, blennies, damselfish, tangs. I'm not sure what kind of quarantine they go through, but I looked through all the fish, man, and everything looks super duper healthy. Now these coral flats are where it's at, man. They're really giving me ideas. I especially love how they've are hanging or suspending these lights on this 80-20 material, making it just one big arm supported by basically a diagonal portion. But you see it's free floating over here, and there's very little give. But that is one of the most attractive ways to display aquarium corals, because there's very little in the way to obstruct your view of the corals here for sale. So there's a wide variety of corals. Over here looks like we have mostly LPS corals, a variety of moon corals, Platygyra, Duncanopsamia, and these are some of my favorites right here. The what I call these are the Mega Musas, and I think they're related to the Bowerbanki, but a little bit different. Of course, one of my all-time favorites are the Lord corals. There's a bunch of Micromusa lords here. I love these big fleshy colonies. These are just like perfect aquarium corals. They grow well, they're hardy, they'll do great in low light and high light. And all the way over here, you see we keep it going with the Bowerbanki and a really, really stunning Bavia moon coral. I wish, even with the filters, I wish I could capture what this coral looks like, because it's got all kinds of hints of yellows and greens with brown streaks, and then a really, really bright colored orange Leptastria, regular Blastomusa, and just a whole bunch of fun stuff to pick from. This is one of my favorite corals right here, one of the plating Leptoceras gardneri. It's just got these really cool fine green lines. It creates just like a really intense pattern on the coral. And of course, you gotta have a few showy euphyllias, because that's pretty much one of the best corals in the aquarium hobby, period. And but then again, there's also some really nice pectinias. Also a really hardy coral, a little bit aggressive, so you gotta be careful what you place it next to. So from this point of view, you can really see kind of how everything is basically installed. We've got Radion XR30s for the lights across all the coral tanks, and a variety of different water pumps. It's like some big max spec gyre inside. But they also have a ton of frags, and I'm guessing, you know, a lot of these are coming from their facility in California. Unique Corals, where they import and farm and frag. There's a whole wide variety of species. So these coral frags range from $80, $50, $40, all the way down to $20, and there's even some small digitata frags right there for $10. So no matter what your budget, Manhattan Aquariums has a wide variety of corals at whatever price you need to fit your tank or to fit your budget. So this was really kind of an unscheduled visit of Manhattan Aquariums, but I figured I'd just show you a couple of things that shine. Really digging this anemone tank here. We have a couple colorful bubble tip anemones. Here you can see them with short polyps and with bubble tips. There's some flower anemones. And some condies kind of loosely kept in this little cage here. A beautiful storm clownfish just kind of swimming all around. And one animal that just doesn't get nearly enough love are these tube anemones, man. These things are just really killer. Okay, so although it doesn't have anything in it, this is the type of aquarium that gets me very excited, because it's filled with Marco rock, and he's used a combination of eMarco 400 rock cement and magnets to just create this really dynamic, almost lifted aquascape like Evan Luo's. But here you can see some of the magnet and cement in action, and man, this tank is just gonna have so many cool places for highlight corals at the top, medium light corals in the center and on the outside, and low light corals here in the center. So right now it's just being lit with a token Hydra 26, but I'm really curious to see what kind of light they're gonna put on here on this Red Sea Reefer. It's gonna be a really cool display, man. Whoever aquascaped this thing is really killing it, but really the placement of the corals is what's gonna tie this aquascape together. But as it sits right there with no corals, it really has a lot of potential. All right, so we're gonna backtrack a little bit and show you some of the gear that they have here. But before, we gotta take a look at this giant peninsula room divider freshwater tank. It's got a massive, massive piece of driftwood right there in the center, covered with some really nice, showy, large Anubias plants, and just a huge variety of really common, obtainable freshwater aquarium fish, man. This tank is really, really neat. I can't get past this acrylic. It's probably at least 2 inches thick, man. This thing is so rock solid, and this thing has a lot of aquascaping intensity because you'll be able to see it from both sides. And I think they're gonna, you know, come back around to all the different tanks once they're done overhauling the entire store. So this tank, I've seen it come through various iterations over time, but it's really, really cool. And you can see that the store is fully stocked with a variety of dry goods, products, equipment, and gear. Everything from betas and plants to high-end equipment. And wanted to show you one little thing I saw in this beautiful little nano tank. These pair of barber pole gobies, or stone gobias. They just disappeared, but good thing I got a little B-roll of them. That's actually a really big pair. The 2 fish are actually kind of big, and that's because they've had them for a while. So those fish are really, really cool here in a little all-in-one nano aquarium. All right, so what I really wanted to show you the most is this tank right here. This is a Red Sea reefer that houses basically the majority of their coral collection. It's a little bit cloudy. It's totally my fault because I turned off the water flow to get some top-down shots. But as you can see from this footage, it was well worth it. So this tank is, you know, a pretty standard aquarium. It's using 2 Hydra 26s, and the light spread all over it is actually pretty good. So there is a chiller here on the side, kind of an unusual thing to see in my neck of the woods because it doesn't get really warm. But that one, they said, kicks on and off throughout the day. We're gonna take a quick look under the hood, and what I find interesting is that there's just a top off, a couple filter socks, some chemical filtration media right here. There's no protein skimmer, nothing really special, and they're using the Triton Core line of elements, automatically dosed with the doser. But otherwise, everything about this reef tank is pretty standard. Nothing special except for the aquascaping. There's some beautiful classic aquarium corals in here. We've got the Jason Fox Fox Flame right there. That's actually a really nice colony. The Space Invader Pectinia, the Milka Stylo right there, and a couple different Montes here on the top of the rocks. You gotta have your obligatory Euphyllias, and then kind of looks like a Rhodactis is starting to bounce out right here. So super neat specimen, well clustered, Zoanthids, and again, one of my all-time favorites, the Micromusa Lords. This specimen right here, I'm guessing this is a Croc Scoli from Northern Territories of Australia. Really, really awesome, peppermint colored specimen. But man, what a really, really cool tank. I wish I hadn't made it a little bit cloudy before taking this video, but at least the B-roll should really fill in the gaps for this particular aquarium. So as you can see, Manhattan Aquariums really has great aquarium chops. This store has been here forever, and it's actually really inspiring to know that they're actually in the process of renovating. I know Joe talked about maybe removing this place, but since it's one of the only aquarium stores in Manhattan, I'm really glad that he kept it. So definitely take a look at manhattanaquariums.com. Is it manhattanaquariums.com? Is that the website? Yeah, easy one. manhattanaquariums.com. Come check it out. Whether you're freshwater, saltwater, reef, fish, corals, anemones, whatever you want. This place is filled with lots of great stuff. So they're renovating this place to be really, really cool. And I cannot wait to see what Joe's puts together when he's completely finished. So hope you guys enjoy this quick video that I basically squeezed out from my canceled flight, thanks to United and Newark International Airport. If you enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment if you have any questions, subscribe if you want to see more like this. And for all my Aussie reefer buddies out in Australia, I will see you guys in Sydney in just a few weeks. So thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye guys.